If you're over 50, there's a silent process happening inside your body right now, one that could be slowly increasing your risk of cancer without you feeling a single symptom. No pain, no warning, just a quiet shift that builds over time. But what if I told you that one simple daily habit, something most people completely overlook, can dramatically lower that risk? And no, it's not a complicated diet, expensive supplement, or extreme lifestyle change. In fact, most people get this completely wrong. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what your body needs and how to give it that protection every single day. As we age, our bodies change in ways we can't always see. You may feel fine. You may even feel healthy. But beneath the surface, your cells are constantly under attack. Toxins, inflammation, reduced blood flow, hormonal shifts. And here's the part most people don't realize. After 50, your body becomes less efficient at repairing damaged cells. That's when small problems can quietly become serious ones. That's when the risk of cancer begins to rise, not suddenly, but gradually, silently. Now here's the good news. There is a simple daily habit, backed by science, used by leading oncologists, that helps your body defend itself. It supports your immune system, improves circulation, reduces inflammation, and most importantly, helps your body detect and eliminate abnormal cells before they become dangerous. But before we reveal that #1 habit, you need to understand what's actually happening inside your body. Because once you see it clearly, everything will change. Warning: what's really happening inside your body. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed any of these lately? Cold hands or feet, even when the room isn't cold. Tingling or numbness in your legs. Fatigue that doesn't go away, even after a full night's sleep. Brain fog. Slower thinking. Low energy. Maybe you've brushed it off as just aging. But these are not random. These are signals. Signals that your circulation may be slowing down. And when your blood flow slows, something very important is affected. Your body's ability to clean itself. Think of your bloodstream like a highway. It carries oxygen, nutrients, and immune cells to every part of your body. It also removes waste, toxins, and damaged cells. But when that highway becomes congested, things start to pile up. Cells don't get the oxygen they need. Waste products linger longer than they should. Inflammation begins to build. And here's where it gets serious. Damaged cells, cells that should be removed, may stay alive longer than they should. Over time, those cells can begin to change. And that's one of the earliest steps in cancer development. This doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly, quietly, and often unnoticed. Now let's talk about something that might sound complex, but is actually very simple. There's a molecule in your body called nitric oxide. You don't need to remember the name, but you need to understand what it does. Nitric oxide is like a signal. It tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. When your blood vessels are open, blood flows easily. Oxygen gets delivered faster. Your immune system moves efficiently. Your body becomes better at identifying and destroying abnormal cells. But here's the problem. After the age of 40, and especially after 50, your body produces less nitric oxide. Much less. That means tighter blood vessels, slower circulation, reduced oxygen delivery, and a weaker defense system. It's like turning down the volume on your body's alarm system. Things that should be detected early slip through. And that's why restoring this system becomes incredibly important. Because when you improve blood flow, you're not just helping your heart. You're supporting your entire body's ability to protect itself. Now here's where things get interesting. There are specific daily habits, simple ones, that can naturally boost this process. Some are helpful. Some are surprisingly ineffective. And a few are far more powerful than people realize. Let's break them down. The daily habits, from least to most effective. We're going to go through them one by one. And I want you to pay close attention. Because some of these might already be part of your routine. But the way you use them matters more than you think. Number 9. Drinking more water. Let's start with something obvious. Water. You've heard it your entire life. Drink more water. And yes, staying hydrated is important. Water helps your blood maintain volume. It supports detoxification. It keeps your organs functioning. But here's the truth most people don't hear. Water alone is not enough. It doesn't significantly improve circulation on its own. It doesn't boost nitric oxide in a meaningful way. And if your diet and habits aren't supporting your body, water becomes a very small piece of a much bigger puzzle. That doesn't mean ignore it. It just means don't rely on it. Helpful, but limited. Number 8. Multivitamins. Now this one surprises a lot of people. Multivitamins. They seem like a smart choice, right? Fill in the gaps. Cover your bases. And yes, they can help prevent deficiencies. But when it comes to cancer prevention and circulation, they're not as powerful as you might think. Why? Because your body doesn't absorb synthetic nutrients the same way it absorbs nutrients from real food. And more importantly, they don't directly improve blood flow or immune surveillance. They're supportive, but not transformative. Better than nothing, but not a game changer. Number 7. Walking. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Walking is one of the best low-impact exercises, especially after 50. It gets your blood moving. It supports your heart. It helps regulate blood sugar. And yes, it can improve circulation over time. But here's what most people get wrong. They don't do enough of it. A short walk here and there isn't enough to create meaningful change. Your body needs consistency. At least 30 minutes a day, at a pace that slightly raises your heart rate. And even then, walking alone doesn't fully activate the systems we're targeting. Very good, but still not the most powerful. Number 6. Leafy greens. Now this is where things start getting interesting. Leafy greens like spinach, arugula, and kale contain natural nitrates. These nitrates can be converted into nitric oxide in your body. Remember what we talked about earlier? Nitric oxide helps open your blood vessels. So yes, these foods are beneficial. They support circulation. They contribute to better oxygen delivery. But there's a catch. Most people don't eat enough of them. And cooking them the wrong way can reduce their effectiveness. Plus, relying only on food sources can be inconsistent. Powerful, but only if used correctly. Now here's where things really start to shift. Because the next few habits are far more effective and often overlooked. And one of them is something almost no one is doing correctly. Stay with me, because what's coming next could change the way you think about your daily routine forever. Number 5. Deep breathing, but not the way you think. Now this one might sound almost too simple. Breathing. You do it every second of your life. So how could it possibly be one of the most powerful habits for preventing disease? Here's the truth. Most people are breathing incorrectly. Shallow, fast, chest-driven breathing, especially when stressed. And over time, this type of breathing limits oxygen intake, reduces circulation efficiency, and keeps your body in a low-level stress state. That stress state? It fuels inflammation. And chronic inflammation is one of the key environments where abnormal cells thrive. But when you breathe deeply, slowly, and intentionally, something incredible happens. Your blood becomes more oxygen-rich. Your vessels relax. Your nervous system shifts into repair mode. And your body becomes far more efficient at healing and protecting itself. Here's a simple technique. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Do this for 5 minutes, twice a day. It may seem small, but done consistently, it creates a powerful internal shift. Simple, free, and surprisingly effective. But we're just getting warmed up. Number 4. Sunlight, the right kind. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you stood in natural sunlight, without sunglasses, without a window in between? Not long enough, right? Here's what most people don't realize. Sunlight isn't just about vitamin D. It plays a role in regulating your circadian rhythm, your sleep, your hormones, and even your immune function. Morning sunlight, especially within the first hour of waking, signals your body to wake up properly. It balances cortisol. It improves nighttime melatonin production. And better sleep means better cellular repair. There's also evidence that sunlight exposure helps stimulate nitric oxide release in the skin. Yes, even without food or supplements. But there's a balance. Too much sun, especially midday exposure without protection, can increase skin damage. So here's the key. 10 to 20 minutes of morning sunlight daily. No sunscreen needed during that short window. Just natural light. It's one of the most underutilized health tools available. Powerful, when used correctly. Number 3. Intermittent fasting. Now we're stepping into something more advanced. Intermittent fasting. You've probably heard about it. But what most people don't understand is why it works. When you give your body a break from constant eating, it shifts into a different mode, a repair mode. During this time, your body activates a process called autophagy. Think of it like cellular cleanup. Damaged cells, weak cells, even potentially dangerous cells, are broken down and removed. This is incredibly important because one of the biggest risks after 50 is the accumulation of damaged cells. Cells that should have been cleared, but weren't. Fasting helps fix that. Even a simple 12 to 14-hour overnight fast can make a difference. For example, finish dinner at 7 p.m. Eat your first meal at 9 a.m. No extreme dieting. No starvation. Just giving your body time to reset. Highly effective when done consistently. But still, not the number one. Because the next two go even deeper. Number 2, nitrate-rich foods, used strategically. Now we're getting very close. And this one connects directly to what we discussed earlier. Nitric oxide. Remember? The molecule that helps your blood vessels open, improves circulation, and supports your immune system. Well, certain foods can dramatically increase nitric oxide levels. But not all foods. And not in random amounts. We're talking about specific nitrate-rich foods. Beetroot, spinach, arugula, celery, pomegranate. These foods contain natural compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide. But here's where most people get it wrong. Timing and combination. If you eat these foods randomly or cook them excessively, you lose much of the benefit. But when used strategically, they become incredibly powerful. For example, drinking a small glass of beetroot juice in the morning, or adding fresh arugula to your meals daily. This directly supports blood flow. It enhances oxygen delivery. And it improves your body's ability to detect abnormal cells early. Extremely powerful. But still not number one. Because the number one habit does something none of these can do alone. And almost no one is doing it correctly. First place medal number 1. The simple daily habit that changes everything. Alright, this is it. The habit that ties everything together. The one that leading health experts and oncologists emphasize more than anything else. And it's not a food. It's not a supplement. It's not even exercise in the traditional sense. It's consistent, moderate daily movement, spread throughout the day. Not just one workout. Not just a morning walk. But movement, every few hours. Let me explain why this is so powerful. When you sit for long periods, your circulation slows dramatically. Blood pools. Oxygen delivery drops. And your body enters a kind of low-activity state. Even if you exercise once a day, if you sit for the remaining 10 to 12 hours, your risk still increases. This is what many people don't understand. It's not just about working out. It's about avoiding long periods of stillness. Because every time you move, you activate circulation. You stimulate nitric oxide production. You help your lymphatic system move. This is crucial for removing toxins and abnormal cells. You essentially wake up your body's defense system over and over again. That repeated activation is what makes the difference. That's what helps your body stay alert, stay responsive, stay protective. And here's the best part. It's incredibly simple. Compass how to use this habit, step by step. You don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. You don't need to exhaust yourself. Here's what you do. Every 45 to 60 minutes, stand up. Move for 2 to 5 minutes. That's it. Walk around your home. Stretch. Do light squats. March in place. Anything that gets your blood flowing. Then, continue your day. Combine this with a daily 20 to 30 minute walk. Morning sunlight. A few minutes of deep breathing. And you've created a powerful system. A system that supports circulation, reduces inflammation, and helps your body defend itself naturally. This isn't about intensity. It's about consistency. Daily, repeated activation. Simple, effective, life-changing. Warning: important warnings. Now, before you jump into this, a quick note. If you have existing medical conditions, heart disease, severe joint issues, or are undergoing treatment, always consult your doctor before making major changes. Start slow. Listen to your body. This is about supporting your health, not pushing beyond your limits. Here's the truth. Your body is incredibly intelligent. It knows how to protect you. It knows how to repair itself. But it needs the right environment, the right signals, the right habits. And often, it's not about doing something extreme. It's about doing something simple, consistently. That's where real change happens. That's where protection begins. And that's where your future health is shaped one small action at a time. If you made it this far, I want you to do something. Comment the word health below. It tells me you're serious about taking control of your body. And if you found this helpful, like the video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Dr. Lainey, because your health deserves attention every single day. I'll see you in the next video.